say a little prayer for these folks, because that's something that we should never forget. At this time, I'd like to reconvene the meeting of August 28th, 2025. Is there any business to come out, County Manager, out of that meeting? Seeing none, that meeting is now adjourned. Minute Clerk, would you call the roll, because I just called to order the meeting of September the 11th, 2025.
Commissioner Bowman?
Present.
Commissioner Knight?
Here.
Commissioner Scales? Commissioner Tyson?
Morning.
Commissioner Stevens?
Good morning, I'm here. The invocation today is by District 5. Ms. Helen Hayes, our PIO, is going to do that. Would you like to introduce her?
I would be pleased to. Thank you. For our invocation this morning, it's my duty on this day, and the next one we have, I talked to a long-running staff member that I have about somebody good that came from the building, and Danielle Gator immediately gave me the name that I'm about to announce, and that is Helen Hayes. She is the Public Information Officer. She's here with us every time we have a meeting, but, you know, her attendance record is not important to me right now. What's important is what she has in her heart, and we're all anxious to hear from you for our invocation. Thank you, Helen, for doing it.
Well, I appreciate you asking me, Commissioner, to do it this morning. 6.5 years. No one's ever made me speak. So thanks for that. And I look for some inspiration. And many of you know, every Wednesday night, my husband meets me here, and we travel to North Shelby County to pick up my dad, and we take my dad to dinner. My dad is 94 years young. So who better? When I was sitting at dinner with him last night, I asked him what I should pray for. So this is it, if you'll join me in prayer. Lord, I come to you today to pray with our commissioners, elected officials, county leadership, and each and every employee, regardless of denomination, to pray for peace. 24 years ago, this morning, we were shocked into knowing we were not at peace with the rest of the world. But in the days and weeks following, we came together, and we need to find that unity again. We pray for guidance for our elected officials, leadership, and employees to make the best decisions to provide the best service to our citizens. We pray for protection because evil seems to be lurking in every corner these days, especially protection for our employees. Many are serving and doing their jobs with heavy equipment in the streets, under traffic, and in ditches, while others are on the front lines of law enforcement, working our security checkpoints, service counters, and the Department of Revenue, probate court, tax assessor, tax collector, all of those offices. And most of all, today of all days, we pray that you comfort us. Killing is all around us. Evil creeps into our minds and our hearts. We all have situations outside of these walls that affect us personally, that simply make life hard. Lord, I pray this today here in this forum, so that if anyone doesn't know you, today they will know you and they will walk with you. They know they will be guided because you have a path for each of us. They will be protected because you love unconditionally, and they will be comforted because you are always with us. Lord, help us to remember and share the lessons of 9/11, that we are better united when times are hard. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Jim Coker, would you lead us in our pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Let the record state that Commissioner Scales has now entered the board meeting at 9:05. Next we have is the approval of the minutes, commission meeting on August the 28th. Is there any?
Dispense with the reading of the minutes and adopt them as written.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. There's a good segue. We go right into District 4, the Greater Birmingham Convention and Visitors.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest here today, Mr. Dan Williams. He is the new president and CEO of the Greater Birmingham Convention and Visitors Bureau. He is succeeding Mr. John Orrose, who served for 10 years. He comes to us from Columbus, Ohio. He was selected from 9 candidates after a nationwide search. He's married for 27 years, has 4 children, 5 grandchildren. He has roots here. His uncle, Ray Steele, I think, was a coach at, I believe, Alabama A&M. All right. He's hit the ground running. He's a great addition to the convention board. We're proud to have him. Our chairman, Mr. Bill Murray, says even though he's not from the South, he's got a Southern heart. Dan has that it factor and a can-do attitude. He brings fresh ideas, and he is going to do great. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Dan Williams. He's a little bitty scrawny fella.
And Dan, there's no pressure from that introduction you had.
Well, thank you so much for your time this morning, commissioners. And actually, my sons are larger than I am, so if that gives you any indication of what my wife and I created. But I truly want to thank you for the opportunity to be here this morning. Excited to be in this community. Excited to work with all of you to help push Jefferson County and help create this tourism economy that we all want. But no, I come to you with 30 years of experience. I've been here almost 90 days now, and I've just been welcomed by this community. I'm extremely excited about what our organization can do by alignment and working very closely with Jefferson County. So thank you again for your time this morning. If there's ever any questions, please know that I am accessible, and we are here to work closely with you. So thank you again, and I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Good to have you on board.
Mr. President, can you go back, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, first of all, good morning again. This is the second time meeting you. To be honest with you, you look so young, I didn't think that you had all of that going on with your family, but I want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
It does my heart well, and I know you're going to represent this county very well.
Thank you.
Sarah Hamlin, I always have to remind myself of Sarah's married name, but Mike Gunn, have had an extensive relationship with the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and I think that you're going to be a tremendous asset. And I know the county, we're going to do the work that's required for us to be sellable. Sometimes I think that some of us in government forget our role too, which is the fact that we have to present us in such a way that when you all go out to market us, that we are marketable. So I welcome you aboard. Know that you do have my full support.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have a presentation from the county manager and Mr. Coker. You good?
Commissioner Jim Coker, the director of the EMA, wanted to make a presentation, and Jim is a class guy. We're glad to have him here. And normally I don't like seeing him because that means it's hurricanes or tornadoes, but this is a good day. Thank you, Jim.
Could you stay here?
Yes.
And Commissioner, following the events of the day, today is a somber day of remembrance as we remember the anniversary of 9/11. Which took the lives of so many citizens and responders 24 years ago. Right now, memorial services are going on across the country. This is something we'll never forget. It's also the perfect day for us as EMA, as members of public safety, to thank the Commission for all of your support, especially in the area of the safety of the citizens of Jefferson County. That statement means an awful lot to me. You continue to provide support for new community storm shelters and warning systems and many other things. We're not a large agency. We have 8 people that work in our office. Not everybody's here behind me, but most are. So we depend on partnerships and collaboration in order to accomplish our mission of serving the county and all of the jurisdictions within the county. One group that I want to recognize today in particular is IT and GIS. These folks work behind the scenes. How much does the public know about the efforts of IT and GIS? Probably very little, so that's why we're recognizing you today. This started with community storm shelters, which the Commission recognized a need to add additional storm shelters over the years, and you continue to do so. A vital aspect of that is ensuring that the public knows where these shelters are, because they're operating during a time of stress. If you need a shelter, well, to your point, tornadoes and storms and so on, you may not have a lot of time to make a crucial life decision. So one thing that we asked GIS for assistance with was to develop an interactive map for our website, which indicates where every storm shelter is and whether they're open or not. So the public has got access to this always. And this is an ongoing project as more shelters are being added. So April Pierce, come forward, please. So April was instrumental in developing the storm shelter mapping, interactive mapping for our website. Well, once we figured out April's skill set, we didn't turn loose, did we? Not at all. So the police and fire games, we served as the operations center for the games in April, and our staff, including Ed Jones, if you'll stand up, please, Ed, developed an interactive dashboard which allowed us to track events in 4 counties, real time. I think it was 34 venues, over 60 events, and you knew immediately, are you red, yellow, or green? Do you have issues? Is everything normal? And just by looking at the dashboard and all the information, you had a real-time view of what was going on with it. So the games are gone. The dashboard, however, is not. So April and our staff are working on changing this dashboard into something that is continuing to be interactive and useful to the county. It's now going to be a tool for tracking damage reports, road closures, and everything else we can think of. Why turn it off? We're not going to. And I don't know if April knows this, but the dashboard that she developed for the World Police and Fire Games is going to be used by Perth, Australia in 2027 for the games there. Other counties, we were able to give a presentation about this recently at the ACCA meeting, and other counties have asked us if they can come look at it and use it for their counties. So, very quietly, you caused a bunch of positive ripples in the pond. That was good. So, Ed, if you would, we have a presentation for April. This is for April, but it's also for the entire staff who continue to support us. So, congratulations, April. Okay, and April, it doesn't happen without the support of the people that are behind you. Oh, there's 3 behind you. And your staff. You know, everybody. If you are IT or GIS staff, this is yours also. Okay, and in closing, I want to recognize one of our staff who worked very closely with April to develop much of this, and he doesn't know this is about to happen. Ed Jones, step forward. It's your day, too. Congratulations. This is a great example of collaboration between us and all the county departments, because this touches everything. So, Ed? So, thank you, Ed. Commissioners, thank you very much for the time.
Thank you.
You're going to let the young lady speak, sir? You give her an award, but don't let her speak?
Helen, we heard Helen pray.
Hey, you know, Jim, I'm going to tell you something. The mere fact that we have, through this collaboration, have created a model that other counties can be able to use Where's Cal? Okay, Cal. That's a hint to Helen. She needs to write about that. The fact that we have a model that other counties can be able to use to their benefit. And Jim, you a jewel. I'm going to just say that and be done with that. No, listen, I don't bite my words. You a jewel. And I'm glad you recognized even the other people that are in this staff, because it certainly takes a team. But just know that you're a jewel and keep blossoming. Just know I'm watching you. Keep blossoming. Keep doing what you do. Yeah, seriously, because we have to diversify. And I'm not just talking about in race, I'm talking about in age, everything. I mean, you're forever learning. So I just wanted to say thank you, and thank you for the work that you all are doing to continue to make us better. Because the more we effectively be able to do what we do, you're offering us a better service to the citizens that we are responsible for. So thank you. Mm-hmm.
And Jim, it's so nice to see you here in a non-emergency situation. So congratulations to you, young lady, and thank you very much. That's right.
Commissioners, we have public hearings next on the agenda. We're going to begin with our zonings, and there were 9 demolitions that were left off of this. So those in the audience, if you need to address it, that will be coming up right after the zoning hearings. First is Z250019, Jessica N. Cox. I'd like to add that no one signed up against any of these. So if I seem like I'm running through these, it's because that there was no opposition. But I'll give everyone an opportunity to speak. Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, sir. The first case is Z250019. This is located at 10305 Camp Oliver Road out in Adger. There is a small portion of this property that retains a commercial zoning classification. It was rezoned such in the early 1980s. There's never been any commercial use of the property to our knowledge. And this is just simply to rezone the entire property to A1 agriculture. The Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval.
I'd like to open a public hearing, Z250019. Is anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor of or in opposition to this zoning issue? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed.
Move the item.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? There is none. Z250020, Alexis Diane Ruffin.
Yes, this is a property down on Sparks Gap Road down in the Bessemer area, off of Eastern Valley Road or near Eastern Valley Road. This is a 5-acre tract, and the proposed rezoning is for a 4-plex dwelling unit that can contain. The applicant is planning on marketing towards disabled and older people. Because of the density of the proposed development, of it being 5 acres and 4 units, the Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend approval, as it does also jive with the comprehensive plan's policies regarding housing and housing diversity. Again, Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval. The staff, however, recommends that the density be restricted to no more than 1 unit per acre as a condition.
We do have one written opposition here.
Yes, sir, and there's also another one in your packet.
Okay. Would you mind addressing that, please?
The opposition just had concerns. There was one person present at the Planning and Zoning Commission hearing, had concerns about the different style of housing that would be in contrast to the surrounding area, and additional traffic, additional trash and litter, turnover due to it being a rental unit, and increase in crime, potential increase in crime.
The board took this into consideration when they recommended
yes.
it?
The applicant did address the board at that time.
Okay. I'd like to open a public hearing at this time for Z250020. Is there anyone in the audience today that would like to address this issue? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed.
Mr. President, before we take the vote, may I ask a question, please?
To who?
Mr. Morrison.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I want to just be clear for clarity. Were everything that this opposition noted as a concern, they were addressed? Is that what I heard you say?
Yes, ma'am. The applicant did attempt to address all those at the Planning and Zoning Commission hearing. The applicant's here today if you have any
And
questions.
so did it seem like it was, you're the applicant? Okay, and so it did appear as though it was resolved, whatever those questions or concerns were?
Yes,
Were they
ma'am. And
addressed?
again, the Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend approval after hearing back from the applicant.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it was resolved. Okay.
All right, the hearing is closed. The chair will entertain a motion.
Move the item.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? See none. Remind everyone it does take 3 affirmative votes to move a zoning issue forward. The last is Z250021, Sergio Alberto Resendez. Wants a change of zoning to A1 from to put a mobile home.
Yes, sir, that's correct. Several years ago, this property was rezoned to E2 Estate and subdivided into multiple lots that were less than 1 acre. The applicant, in this case, has purchased 3 of those lots and wished to change the zoning back to A1 agriculture in order to place a mobile home on the property. Again, the Planning and Zoning Commission did recommend approval, citing that a majority of the surrounding area is already zoned A1, as you can see on the zoning map.
I'd like to open a public hearing, Z250021. Anyone in the audience wish to speak to this issue? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed.
I think I had my questions earlier, or answered earlier. I moved on.
Been moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Everybody, do we get 3 ayes in? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're good. All right, next is the 9 demolitions. Josh, you want to come up? These were resolution for a special assessment for demolition cost at, you want me to go ahead and do the, or do you want to do the addresses, see if anyone?
Is this a public hearing?
Yes,
This
sir.
is a public hearing, yeah.
Yes, sir, I can read them off. We have 7
After I hear
in the Docena community and then 2 in Martintown, outside of Bessemer. And these are just liens on properties that have already been demolished. We have 10 5th Street, in zip code 35217, 105 11th Street, 35217, 11 4th Street, 35217, 106 7th Street, 35217, 109 4th Street, 35217, 22 12th Street, 35217, 309 10th Street, 35217, 501 Adams Avenue, 35020, and 512 Adams Avenue, 35020.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Those are Robin Wood.
Yes, sir. 7 of
Those
9
last
are
ones were
correct.
marked.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I said Docena earlier. There were seven of the properties are in Robinwood. 2 are in Martintown.
Okay, that's what I was.
I spoke in error on that. Sorry about that.
I'd like to open a public hearing at this time for the demolition. Is there anyone in the audience who would wish to speak to a particular item of this public hearing? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Next we have is the our resolutions. We have 65 resolutions that were properly vetted on Tuesday of this week. Is there any item that a particular commissioner would like to pull for separate consideration?
Yes, sir, Mr. President. Item number 9, and then I'm ready also to make a motion for the remainder of the items.
Item 9 will be held for separate consideration. And you want to make a motion to approve the rest of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Move items 1 through 65 with the exception of item number 9.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And any opposed? All right, item number 9 is a resolution authorizing the execution of a community grant program agreement with Step by Step Foundation in the amount of $30,000 to assist with its Beyond the Game program for Jefferson County youth and young adults. This is funds that are coming from District 2 and will be applied to the Birmingham school system. Commissioner Scales.
So, Mr. President, I inquired in regards to legal, and so if Attorney Smith could speak to this item to say exactly what it is versus what was presented somewhat on Tuesday.
I don't have the agreement with me, but I think you're just misspeaking that it's limited to the city schools. It's actually a much broader program than that that's offered to 14 to 21-year-olds in Birmingham and Jefferson County. It provides financial literacy, career training, and also career readiness and development. So there was just some confusion by the limitation of saying it's in the city schools, but that is not what the agreement says, and that is not what it is about.
You are correct.
So, Mr. President, I wanted for the record, because I know that in Commission 1 we have 3 of 7 Birmingham City schools with the sharing of one particular high school, which is Jackson Olin High School. So I just wanted to make sure for the record that any programming that is to be done in Commission 1, that if we do not have an understanding or have an agreement, that, you know, any commissioner can do what they want in their respective district. But when it comes to another district, then that either needs to be spoken with and agreed upon or not at all. But what I'm not going to do is allow for there to be confusion in a district that is well taken care of and represented by its commissioner. So that's why I wanted to make sure of what this was. And then now that I do know if there is to be any presentation, anything, that as a courtesy, the presiding commissioner either needs to be a part and not just financially, but that needs to be agreed upon, and I'm not going to take away from that.
Understand.
So
Is there any other conversation before we
what is that?
move to vote? Yeah, we're going to vote on this to approve
On
this
this
for this.
item?
Yeah, we're going to
Not
vote.
on no statement?
No.
Oh, okay, as long as it's on this item, all right.
Well, again, Mr. President, so we are clear before we take a vote, it is my understanding that this program is to be countywide in nature. Is that not right, Attorney Smith?
The program, I spoke with Dr. Sullivan yesterday, and from speaking directly with Dr. Sullivan, this is for the Birmingham school system.
Okay, but
And
that's
it
not what legal told me as a county commissioner.
I think the confusion is that Step by Step has a larger program than what we are funding.
It's going to be available to everyone.
Right. So
Throughout the county.
The distinction is for this agreement, it is not limited.
Right.
He may do other things. That organization has a much broader footprint than what is anticipated in this agreement. And I was only speaking to what this agreement said.
Absolutely.
And so, Mr. President, with that having said and with that understanding, that's what I mean when I talk about confusion. If it is having to deal with Huffman High School, and I'm going to be very specific, Huffman High School, Carver High School, Woodlawn High School, and if there's a conjoined effort at Jackson Olin, that is in Commission 1. And I'm fed up with there being confusion in schools that are not only represented, but funded beyond measure in Commission 1. So I haven't had now one conversation with Dr. Sullivan. I've experienced this before, which, Mr. President, I told you that by phone. And there's no other commission district that has to go through any of that but seemingly District 1. And I'm saying that again, before there is any confusion, I would rather that whatever Commission $2 are spent at those schools that are in commission too. And if there is to be a discussion, then Dr. Sullivan needs to also speak with this commissioner as well. Because as I understood it yesterday, it was not limited to a school. In fact, the program is not to even be held at a school. Am I correct, Attorney Smith?
Several of the training is going to be offered at their organizational location. But again, it's not limiting them. It's
From
not
going
limiting-
anywhere else?
Yes, it's not
Okay.
limiting them.
Again, but if they are to go to any of the schools that I just mentioned, then that shouldn't be happening without the presiding commissioner being involved and on board. And I'm not just talking about in terms of money.
Do these programs actually take place at the schools? I don't know. I mean, this is a beyond the game program, so.
And then, that brings up another question, because just as I mentioned before, is that City of Birmingham already has a $1 million financial literacy program. So what exactly are we doing? We're adding on another financial literacy program on top of an existing program that they already do with Birmingham City Schools?
To my understanding from speaking with Dr. Sullivan is that this is going to teach the athletes who have, for the name, image, and likeness that is now trickled down into the high school level, to help them to be able to manage these newfound dollars that they have, and to be able to act responsibly with those dollars, and seems to be a pretty good program.
So even if I'm not questioning the validity of the program, because I don't even know much about it, Mr. President. What I am saying is that this program needs to be restricted to the sponsor of this particular item's district. Because what I'm saying is, I don't even know anything about this program, and Dr. Sullivan has my cell phone number. He knows he can communicate with me. And what I am saying is that I don't know anything about this project. I know that the city already currently, which is not limited to where high school athletes cannot receive financial literacy, that's a program that's already provided through the city of Birmingham. So whatever this other layer is, seemed like, as a commissioner, that I would need to know that. And Dr. Sullivan and I do have a working relationship. I don't know what this is, but I don't want any more confusion to happen in my district. And I'm saying that publicly because I'm over it. It's disrespectful. It's discourteous. And if you're doing something in a presiding commissioner's district, seemed to me that would be a conversation. And that courtesy has always been extended to District 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I have not had no discussion with Dr. Sullivan, period. Don't know what this program is other than what's on the paper, period, and me speaking with the law department, who informed me that most of the programming, this organization has an address on the south side of Birmingham, and so therefore that's what it's supposed to be. Okay. Now, if it's being held in you all's district, then maybe we need to know that. But all I can tell you is that there haven't been no discussion, don't know anything about it. And I'm saying if it is approved today, it needs to be restricted to that district then, if we don't have any knowledge of it. So
do you wish to amend the motion?
Huh?
Do you want to amend the motion?
Yeah, absolutely. All because right. The contract needs to, if whatever programming for the schools that are in District 2, Commission District 2.
Okay. Put that in form.
If you bifurcate it, doesn't that take away from the students?
Take away from what students?
The students in your district.
No, it doesn't take, because one thing about it, I take care of the schools in my district. In fact, they don't even have to ask me for money. I liberally give to the school district, which is the reason why I am saying what I'm saying. I don't know anything about this program. Dr. Sullivan has not spoken to me about this program. And when we had the tiny house program over there at Huffman High School, that turned into a whole big circus because of the fact, didn't know what was going on about that, but said that I would agree to do it.
Can this contract be amended to not just include one district's funding? I don't know if the program...
Why am I giving money to a program I don't know anything about with no discussion?
Well, you're not. Well,
She is.
she's doing it out of discretion.
Doing it out of
What
her
I'm saying,
discretion.
I don't know enough about this program to see if they can say, well, we're going to do it in this school, but not the rest of it. That's what all I'm asking.
Well, what I'm saying to you, Joe, I don't know anything either. And I'm the presiding commissioner of the other half of this district.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. The only understanding is what I was provided on yesterday from legal. And if Dr. Sullivan wants to have all schools involved, then Dr. Sullivan seemingly would give me the courtesy as the presiding commissioner that has half of the schools as well to say, hey, commissioner, here's something that we're proposing. This is what we like to do. And he already knows that when it benefits the children, I'm going to be on board. But this is not just for high school students. As I understand it, the age is from 14 to 21. So this is not just high school. This is not just a high school program. So even with you speaking, Mr. President, to Dr. Sullivan, again, this is not just for high school students. Am I right, Attorney Smith?
You're correct. It's 14 through 21-year-olds.
So this is just not a high school program. And if I don't know what's going on with it, I have a right as a commissioner to find out, especially if it's going to impact my district. Now, 14 to 21 is not, no one in high school at 20, 21, or 18, 19 years old. 18, yes. 19, no. So the program goes outside of high school age children. And I just learned that yesterday.
Do you have anything else, sir? All right. Anyone know what we do? You've made it. Do you want to amend, put an amendment on this?
Yeah, well,
it's in front of here, and because we need to take a vote. And do you want to amend it before the vote, or do you want to try to add an amendment to it, and we'll take the vote, and then we'll.
Well, what would you recommend, Mr. President, be the amendment? Because, again, you spoke to Dr. Sullivan, who's not spoken to me, but the program is all outside of Birmingham City Schools. That's apparent, and it's on the record. So if we're going outside,
Outside.
It's outside of Birmingham City Schools. She just told you the age. The age is from 14 to 21.
Okay.
So it's outside of Birmingham City Schools. And therefore, that's why I'm saying
the program is according to Dr. Sullivan. It's available to everyone. It's going to be administered in the schools, to my knowledge.
No, she's
and that it is open to everyone with a need for that particular issue.
At 21, Mr. President, they're going to be in a need for this kind of program at a high school level.
If they need that financial help, I would think that you can exclude someone because they turn 20, 19, 20, 21 years old. If they ask for the help, you could restrict it down to 18 years old, but I think you would leave some people out of it. I have trouble when you're offering something to the entire area to help, and I have trouble excluding people from District 1.
No, but Mr. President, you're not excluding anyone. Again, the contract says for ages 14 through 21. Now, you do as you choose. Because I've been around long enough to understand what's going on. But I'm telling you, either we're going to vote on this contract, Mr. President, or we voting on something that's not in the contract. Because the contract says 14 to 21. Okay. And the question was already raised, are we voting on a statement or are we voting on the item? Well, the item is a contract that the county is entering into, Mr. President, and the contract is not based on Birmingham City schools. It's a county-wide, meaning it can go to Hoover, Trussville, Irondale, and anywhere else. It's not based on
Oak Grove.
Yeah, but it's not based on Birmingham City schools. And that is what our attorney is telling us.
And I understand that. The question that you asked was directly related to Birmingham City schools. You did not mention anyone else. So my question with Dr. Sullivan was related directly to your question to me.
And it was because, Mr. President, based on the person or the commissioner who is presenting this item said it was for Birmingham City schools only. That was stated in the committee meeting on Tuesday, and you can refer back to your clerk for the minutes. And that's what was stated. This was for Birmingham City schools, and your question after that was, then are you going to fund anything in the county? And the answer was no. Okay, so then I wanted to get an understanding exactly what this is and how is this going to impact my district, seeing that we haven't had, I don't know anything about this program. This is not hard. I'm trying to understand that, Mr. President, and that's why I spoke to legal about the contract. Not just the item, what the contract represents. And the contract is a county-wide program that can be held at the office of the organization, which is step by step, and is for ages 14 through 21, which is outside of the realm of a high school program. See, when you don't have all of the answers and you got confusion right now, imagine this gets to my district. I'm talking about my district. If you don't care about yours, that's on you. But when it gets to my district, if it's confusing on this dais, this is what's going to happen out here in the general public. So I'm not about exclusion. And I have supported Birmingham City schools to the tune of more than $1 million since I've been here. That's on record. And Dr. Sullivan knows that. My schools don't go without at all. In fact, we make sure they get allocations that they don't even ask for. So that's why I'm saying if it's a program that's 14 through 21, seem to me maybe the people who are responsible for this program needs to be talking about what this program represents.
Shauna, would you clarify that contract, and would you go up to the microphone, please, because I couldn't hear you very well.
Maybe to clarify this, so Step by Step submitted an application for a lot of things. Whenever Mr. Miller and I discussed it, we narrowed it down to what you see today. It's a program that is being offered to 14 to 21-year-olds. That is anyone in Jefferson County and Birmingham. It's going to specifically provide financial literacy classes, career readiness classes, and also some career training. That's the limitations of what this agreement is. I'm sure that when you ask a direct question of Step by Step, he's answering things that they also do, right? They also provide things in the city schools, but that is not what this contract is. And I think it's, if I'm hearing Commissioner Scales correctly, she's just trying to clarify that what was stated is different than what the actual agreement is. And the agreement is what I just said it is. And it will be open and available for anyone in the age 14 to 21 within Jefferson County for those particular types of training. Does that help?
It did help. Thank you very much. That means that all districts will benefit from this, and that it will be available to everyone in all 5 districts. And that clarification helps this commission make the proper decision. It's not just in District 1 and District 2. It's in all 5 districts.
And it's not just in Birmingham City schools.
It's not just in Birmingham City schools. That was a clarification that that we had. And my conversation with Dr. Sullivan was related directly to 1 and 2 because they're the ones that are located within the Birmingham city school system. And he explained to me how they would handle the program, and that I appreciate your clarification. That helped everything move forward.
What's the role?
So what we need to do now is that it's important that we communicate, and that if anything occurs in District 1, we need to make them aware of it, that everyone will be benefited from it, will receive that, and anything in District 2, anything in District 3, anything in District 4, anything in District 5, to give that person the opportunity to know those people that are going to be impacted. And that's just a courtesy. That's nothing that's in the contract.
Okay, because I want
Nothing in the contract.
Okay, don't miss that contract.
Well, Mr. President, then based on what you're saying right now, and if the commissioner that is sponsoring this believes that it's okay to be talking about District 2 is in someone else's district, and the district seems to think that they're being neglected by District 3, 4, or 1, that's not the way we do. These are county tax-paying dollars, Mr. President. These are not respective district dollars. That's the reason why the law department has cautioned us all to only use the county logo, which is in the contract, as a matter of fact, that says that the county, not one county commissioner, is to be in all media. So if we don't want to talk about this on the dais, I'm saying, Mr. President, that's wrong. That's wrong. And then Dr. Sullivan doesn't speak for our own superintendent, who, by the way, has made national recognition for being Superintendent of the Year. So what is Birmingham City Schools doing in conjunction with Dr., our own superintendent? This has a broader approach, Mr. President, and Dr. Sullivan doesn't speak for all of the county. That's why I say this is bigger than just a conversation. I'm just trying to figure out, how do you have a county-wide program and you're not speaking to all county commissioners, and Dr. Sullivan doesn't represent all of Jefferson County? That's why we have our own superintendent. In fact, if that be the case, Mr. President, then we have a superintendent in Fairfield, superintendent in Midfield, superintendent in Trustville. I mean, we have several superintendents that will be impacted by a county-wide program. That's why I'm speaking to the contract.
Legal, can you make sure that the provisions of these contracts are fulfilled as we move forward?
Well, in this one too, Mr. President. It needs to be included in this one too.
The provisions of this contract is what we're voting on now. And I think if you stated those provisions of that contract correctly, that's what we're voting on.
Right.
And you did that, right?
Yeah, but you're saying
so
the provisions of the contract, so we're clear, Mr. President, is that this is a county-wide program for children ages 14 through 21. It can go into any county commission district. These are county dollars to be used for financial literacy. And what else is there, Attorney Smith?
Career readiness.
Career readiness and all of that in all of Jefferson County. So I want to be clear, what we're voting on is that this can go into any school district, any county commissioner's district.
That's good.
Now, we can go and you can go, but I'm talking about at the end of the day, we're going to get an understanding that all of this, that I want to make sure that every commissioner knows this can also be in your district, and there should be a conversation.
And we understand that.
Ready to call the question?
I have a call to question.
All I'm going to say, Mr. President, is going to go on the record. Because I can be outvoted, but I won't be overtalked. And I'm telling you, if it shows up in District 1 And there has not been a conversation, and it is presented as though there's one commissioner that's running this entire county. I'm going to call a news conference because it's not true. And I know we work too hard in our district in order for that to not be properly recognized. We talking about the contract, not no feelings and not no nothing else. Because if it shows up over there in Hoover, it shows up over there in Mountain Brook, it's going to be hell on this dais, and y'all know it. So vote as you choose, but I have spoken for the record. And I'm telling the sponsor of this, if District 2 shows up in any part of District 1, I'm no longer going to be quiet. Seemingly, professionalism gets disregarded for anything else. We've heard from the county attorney who says this is a county-wide program. You have only spoken to Dr. Sullivan and not our own superintendent, and so therefore, vote as you choose, but it is so duly noted on the record, Mr. President, in terms of what this contract actually represents.
Chair will entertain a motion.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Boland, second from Commissioner Tyson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
No.
Any opposed? It's 4-1. County Manager, anything?
No, sir. It's like all the department heads and staff are working hard this year.
You need to change the vote for our 1 through 65. It was 1 through 56.
1 through 56, okay. The motion instead of 1 through 55 should be 1 through 56. Yeah, what happened is we took one off. So let the record reflect that. We have a motion for 1 through 56. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, we're good. All right, thank you. So that cleared that up. Now finish what you were going to say.
Thanking the director, financial staff, and all the commissioners for getting the budget done, and looking forward to a good, strong year and continuing to invest in Jefferson County.
Anything from county attorneys? Any more from the county attorneys?
I think I'm finished.
All right, guys. Remember 9/11. Yeah, you want to? All right. Commissioner Boland.
Two quick things. Promise, quick things. Number one, I want to repeat what we said Tuesday about Cultural City having a ribbon cutting this morning at 11:30. It's out at the Crossplex, out the old fairgrounds. This is a really good thing for human beings, and especially families that have children, especially children that have intellectual and just living issues. And sometimes when they get out in the public, they're scared and bad things can happen. And this is the entry of a new, it's called a pod, sensory pod, that'll be out there so that families can go watch their kids play out at the Crossplex. And if something does happen, you know, they've got remedy right there. And eventually, it may not be in my lifetime, but this will be countrywide. This is that big of a thing. The second thing is, and I may be stealing somebody else's thunder, but the last time we held this committee meeting in Vesper, there was the best music I've ever heard in my life. I've heard music as good as that, never anyone any better. And that's the Birmingham Youth Fellowship Choir. And last night when I'm reading in AL.com about some terrible things that happened in this country, yesterday and 24 years ago today, I saw where this choir is doing so well. So let's all hope and pray and keep our fingers crossed that they'll win this national contest. They deserve it. They're angels. Thank you.
You can go on their social media, the Birmingham Youth and Adult Choir, to vote and support them. They did a great job. They want to come back because they had to leave out so early. They want to come back and thank the commission, and also they sent in a thank you card for the support, so we can go out on their social media and actually vote for them.
And we will be praying at the flagpole for post 347. We will be praying for 9/11 today. So you're welcome to come out in the Fairfield. We will be on First Avenue in the Woodlawn area with the Norcan, with the firehouse shelter for a lot of the people that's, I would say, like some of the homeless people and people that's at need. We will be out there, and I will be volunteering with them this weekend if you want to come out and participate.
Mr. Scale. Commissioner?
I want to thank the Budget Management Office for all of y'all's hard work. I know that y'all put a lot into it, as you do every year. You did a great job, and you answered all of our questions, so thank you for a job well done. Again, I want to reiterate, I think Mr. Dan Williams is going to be a great addition to the convention board. He's really outgoing. He's ready to hit the ground running, and I think that'll make an improvement at the convention board. And want to just say a special thank you, Helen, for that beautiful prayer.
Thank you. Josh, I have a question on our zoning. We're in the process of having public hearings on that now.
Yes, sir, we are. We actually have a Planning and Zoning Commission this afternoon, and we've got the zoning ordinance recommendation, which will then come to you all, and then the comprehensive plan and future land use map adoption today. So it's a busy agenda.
So
Is that going to be finalized today, or is that just a public hearing?
Yes, sir, it will be finalized at P&Z. Now, the zoning ordinance will be up for you all's final approval at the county commission level.
but that is progressing.
Yes, sir.
It's something that this commission asked for.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And in conjunction with the residents and the Birmingham area home builders, you've been able to come up with this new set of standards that actually moves us forward.
Yes, sir.
And allows for a good progressive growth in Jefferson County.
Yes, sir.
That will not be so intrusive to the areas.
Yes, sir. We're looking for a more efficient growth pattern, particularly with residential development.
I appreciate your engagement. Appreciate what you do.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your support.
That kind of puts us all on the same page when we're looking at these.
That's
yes,
right.
Sir. That's the idea. Yeah.
So thank you for that.
That's right. We appreciate that, and that we have growth that our people are chomping at the bits to work, and they did not have a guideline, and I appreciate that guideline to moving forward. With that being said, this meeting is recessed and further notice.